I'm not expecting great things. If that's the thing that you came to this wondering, $1 versus $10,000. I mean, it would surprise me if anything was even competent in here for this range.
I paid a bunch of people to make commercials for it, ranging from $1 all the way up to $10,000.
Look, before we even get into this, $1 to $10,000, this isn't like looking at luxury yachts or islands. $10,000 is not a big number for advertising. $10,000 is an extremely small number. I did a whole thing on Super Bowl ads and how much they cost, and $10,000 even for non-Super Bowl ads is a very, very small budget. Just so you know, we're starting with a very, very small number here.
And we're going to see if more money equals a better commercial.
More money equals a better commercial. I mean, it does, but when your more money is $10,000, I mean, you could have made this exact same video, $10,000 versus $1 million, and it probably would have been more indicative of what you get in advertising for your budget. But, you know, I mean, I get it.
Starting with this $1 commercial.
Okay.
It's just a person moving it.
They're filming their computer monitor.
I live in New York, so minimum wage here is $15 an hour. So at minimum wage, for $1, you'd need to create a commercial in 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean, they probably did it in 4 minutes. Hopefully they did. Hopefully they did it in less. Hopefully they did it in 30 seconds, and that, you know, that is their way to making reasonable living. Not that minimum wage is a reasonable living, especially not in this city, but I'm just saying.
Now it's going to get better.
Well, as long as they don't start drawing it.
I feel like I'm supposed to say something at the end of each of these like these guys did, but at the same time, I'm a bit like, you spent $50 on a fucking ad. Fuck off. You know, like, they made you something and returned it. I'm blown away.
The $100 commercial has audio.
Surely the $100 commercial has audio. Why? Like, why? Whatever.
What are you doing in the candy section?
The $100 commercial, I mean, I kind of get it. For $100 a pop, basically they got a couple sock puppets, and, you know, they're going to knock out ads every couple of minutes with some sock puppets on Fiverr. I mean, is that a viable business? Fuck knows. But if you want a sock puppet video that's kind of random and stupid for $100, I mean, I hope these guys, they're cranking these things out by the minute. But yeah, it's a crazy sock puppet video for $100. Bargain.
This is what it looks like now. This is what it looks like now.
Yes. Oh, they got the product wrong for the $100. Yeah, it's $100. Like, literally, it's $100. My camera cost more than $100. You know, it's
Feastables. Don't mind if I do.
So the claymation one for $500. I think that the guy who's making these claymations is probably giving it away for less than he should. I mean, $500 to actually make a stop motion film. And I don't know what technique they used or whatever, but that's a bargain. Obviously, they're asking for the creative to be made too. Maybe I didn't get that at the start. So it's not just we want you to make our ad for these budgets, it's we want you to concept the ad for the budget as well, which it's kind of a joke, right? Like, the whole thing is a joke, right? The actual thing that you're doing here, Mr. Beast, is this video is the ad, right? So this is just a joke.
Pretty good. I mean, imagine you're flipping on TikTok and then you see someone just go, Feastables.
That's when you...
So Mr. Beast goes through the scenario there. So you're flipping through TikTok. Okay, so these are TikTok ads. These are social ads. And what you're trying to do is get someone to stop. Okay, what is the message that you're trying to deliver deep down into somebody's mind about Feastables? No idea.
Mr. Beast has made a treat for me.
And you.
And you.
Okay, for $500, the guy who plays the piano, that's great. What a cool business model. You take somebody's $500, you play the piano as a YouTube video or as a social media video, whatever, and you say the name of their product. That is a great business model. Hopefully you can crank out 10 to 20 of those a day and make yourself a decent living. Hopefully.
Mr. Beast asked us to make a commercial for Feastables. The budget was $500.
We made Feastable s'mores instead. Best decision ever. We also made this.
there were two ads in one there. Mr. Beast asked us to make a commercial for $500, and instead of laughing in his face, what we did was we made s'mores. At least I get it. Oh, okay. Feastables are a replacement for Hershey's. At least it makes sense now. You know, there's like a strategic message put in there. Then they went on to make a second video, which is like slow motion milk, slow motion chocolate pouring, which I don't really get. Maybe that's like a craveability thing, but the other one is high concept. We bought a bunch of Feastables and we made s'mores. That makes sense. Let's see what Mr. Beast said about it.
But that wasn't really an ad. That was more them just saying hi to me.
That wasn't really an ad. That was just them saying hi to me. What, like, I wonder, maybe we get into this, but I wonder what Mr. Beast thinks is an ad.
The $750 commercial turned out.
Beast anime!
Cool. This is so cool.
Beast anime. This is, their comment is, this is really cool. There's, to say that it's concept light is insane. I mean, it was just a bit of anime with a Feastables bar in it. Okay, and they like it. So what are we getting here? Okay, one, the target market likes anime. Cool. The target market is going to want to buy Feastables. Cool. That's it. That's the line. That's the bar. Okay, got it.
It made me look way cooler than I do in real life. All that.
There's a part of me that's like, yeah, a lot of clients want that. A lot of clients just want themselves to look good, and they don't really care about anything else. Point. Fact. Taken. Got it. And in terms of advertising, like, do I think that any of these so far are ads that are going to, like, move the needle? Maybe the s'mores one so far, but let's get further in.
If that was $750, I wonder what the $10,000 one looks like.
I wonder what the $10,000 one looks like. Probably like shit. But I reserve judgment. I
don't think we should put this on TV.
I don't think that we should put this on TV. Again, I'm getting like a little sense of the brief here. So we're making TV ads. Some of these are shot vertical, so they're social ads, but I have no idea what. I'm unclear. I'm watching this, and I'm unclear on what the brief would have been. So just so you know that.
I can't tell if this is good for our brand or not.
Good for our brand or not. Good for our brand or not. Which brand? I genuinely, I'm perplexed. For Feastables, the brand, it's probably Feastables. I'm just checking because there's a lot of like blur confusion between Mr. Beast and Feastables, the chocolate. So the more you blur that line, and it is blurred, the more you blur that line, the more it's impossible to pull it apart. And the more that it's together, the more I'm just like, well, rats eating Feastables, it's kind of stupid and crazy and eye-catching, so maybe it kind of is your brand. Unless there's some other brand here that I'm unaware of.
Oh no, he's out of Feastables.
If you're wondering where you can buy Feastables, go to Walmart.
I have no idea what the video was. Again, it's becoming clear the thing that they're doing to make an ad is making this content, and this content is composed of other things that they paid for, because they just dropped the line "go to Walmart" in there. I mean, at least it's getting clearer.
I mean, they make the product look good.
I mean, they make the product look good. I mean, are you talking about the packaging, or are you talking about the chocolate? Because the chocolate looked like it was a little bit schmucked. You know what I'm saying? Like the chocolate, like it was a little bit schmucked in there. It was like a little bit schmucked. But yeah, I mean, you get a glory shot of your product for $1,000. Like, it's a good day, you know?
They just poured milk on it.
Oh, it's $2,000, that one. It's $2,000. You get a product shot for $2,000. Like, to be honest with you, that's pretty good. That's pretty good value.
The ending.
I don't get it.
My head hurts.
When he says I don't get it, I'm just like, oh, you wanted concept. You wanted concept and a studio for $2,000. Who's to say you won't get it?
Now it's time for the $5,000 commercial.
$5,000. What could you do with $5,000? Honestly, renting a studio and a couple of cameras and a couple of lights for a day would cost you more than $5,000. I'm just letting you know that. I'm just letting you, audience, know that. Okay, maybe if you live in insert place where land is cheap and you can get a warehouse for nothing, and you've bought your camera, and it's a cheap camera like the one that I'm using, maybe you could make something for that kind of money. Probably not, but maybe.
Whoa! I thought that was not chocolate.
Are you eating my Feastables?
No, man, it wasn't me.
I can see it all over your face.
We're not existing in the real world here, right? Like, you've got two guys who are acting. You've got a location. One of them has, we'll call it makeup on his face to look like chocolate.
Hey, guys.
I scratch that. There's a third actor here. And a dog. A couple of camera setups, right? They're shooting from this angle. They're shooting from that angle. They're shooting from this angle. Product placement.
Told you.
The dog in there means, PETA warnings. You'll need a professional dog handler.
Favorite flavor from milk chocolate? Milky.
Then there's a product shot at the end. I mean, that's, with some graphics.
They're better than dog shit.
They're better than dog shit. I mean, this is positive for me, because this tells me that there are people out there who are like, you know what? I will collect my $10,000 and make you a silly sketch that I want to make with no supervision for $10,000. And this is great news. I hope that lots of people are doing that. I mean, I wonder if these guys have like a business. Like, do you have a business making $10,000 commercials and you're like cranking them out all day, and they're all in this same setup in somebody's living room? I hope you do. Like, I hope that that's a business. That gives me hope for the world.
I want you to comment down below. Did that make you want to go buy chocolate from Walmart?
Did that make you want to go buy chocolate from Walmart? There's so much to process here that, like, if you want somebody to go buy chocolate from Walmart, I mean, I'm gonna end up getting too technical here, but that's like what you're trying to do is get people to take a specific action. But Mr. Beast, I'm a little confused. Like, I'm genuinely a little confused. There's a conversation between me and you, right here. Like, I'm just a little confused, and I want to ask a question and get a reasonable answer, even though I know that if anybody watches this video who's under the age of 50, they're gonna go mental in the comment section and be like, you're crazy, don't you understand that Mr. Beast and there's a Walmart thing? Like, I don't know. Mr. Beast, you're an online influencer. You exist online. Why are you selling your chocolate bars in a traditional brick and mortar store? Like, what? You're online, so like, you should sell these online. Like, does Amazon sell these? Why are you asking people to go to Walmart? Like there's a world in which, Mr. B, people are on their phones, they're watching your videos, right? They're watching your videos, or they're sitting at home on their laptop with their digital device, and you want them to, like, put the device down, and now I'm going to go to Walmart. Okay, but why not just, like, sell it on Amazon? Or maybe you do. Let me look. They're sold on Amazon. Okay, there's a lot of them, and they're not being sold with Prime. Visit the Feastables store. I mean, that looks like you. Yeah, so there you are. Why then? Your chocolate bars are available on Amazon. Why then ask people to hoist themselves from the couch, to take themselves to the Walmart, where you may or may not be on the shelf at the local Walmart? Why ask them to do this rather than to click on a link and to purchase some bars from Amazon? Please explain. Take as long as you want. Let's get back to watching the video.
We finally see the product.
We finally see the product. I mean, again, we're just learning so much about what Mr. Beast thinks is a good ad. I guess seeing the bar earlier in the ad will therefore equals better ad. The earlier you see the bar in the ad, the better the ad. I mean, that is a perspective. That is a perspective. I'm genuinely at a loss for words. It's like, who am I to disagree? You know what I mean? Who am I to disagree? Seeing the product earlier is better. What about those great Snickers ads, right? With Joe Pesci.
What are you doing? The girl's totally into me.
Brad, eat a Snickers.
Why?
Because you get a little angry when you're hungry. Better?
Better.
Would they have made any sense if Snickers was right at the start? No. This is a very limited view of what good advertising is. But I suppose a lot of clients feel like this. And a lot of clients, they're like, why is my product not filling the screen for the entirety of the 30 seconds or however long this crazy video is? People are making these ads. There's so much value that you are giving here. There's 3 actors, there's a story, there's a guy eating a product, multiple camera setups. Like, you're doing so much here, but at the same time doing so little.
Oh, look, they're doing good deeds now because they're Mr. Beast.
They're doing good deeds now because they're Mr. Beast. You read into this a lot more than I did.
Did this guy think we wanted a movie? Because I told them I wanted a commercial.
I told them I wanted a commercial. Is like saying, I want a painting. Oh, okay. What do you want a painting of? Oh, Feastables. Yeah, okay, but do you want like an oil painting? Or do you want like there's no...
That was you.
That was it. They asked me to film that clip.
They asked me to film that clip, and there I am in the commercial. I bet you he's going to have a positive response to this, because now he sees himself in the ad, which, makes no sense, but at the same time, nor does anything else.
Feast like a beast, feastables.com.
Feast like a beast, feastables.com. They gave you a tagline for $5,000. Feast like a beast. At least they've said something. We could do a whole thing about the power of end lines and what they mean and how they work. This guy at least acknowledges that they gave a lot of effort there. I think that they gave you far too much value for your $5,000, but that's me.
Let's see what a $10,000 commercial is. The product looks very good in that shot.
Fellow advertisers, you are seeing the way that clients see ads. It's kind of amazing, right? All that he cares about is, does the product look good? Okay, cool.
Man, didn't I tell you to get
Trick or treat.
Okay, for $10,000, they had like multiple camera setups. It probably took multiple hours. They shot it with multiple people. I'm kind of impressed at the amount that they did for the $10,000, but there's no real concept. Like, what is the concept? You're not yourself when you're hungry is like a meaningful message that's being delivered in a creative way that gives you a reason to go buy a chocolate bar, right? Like, oh, I'm out. I'm just about to go play football in the park with the guys. Maybe I'll I should grab a Snickers just so I'm not, being crazy while I'm at it. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. What is the thing that this is saying at a deeper level? That Feastables are so desirable that you will dress up, steal chocolate from children. It's a message. It's a message. And you executed it for $10,000, which again is impressive.
To be fair, I gave him chocolate bars with no direction.
There it is. There it is. There it is. To be fair, I gave them chocolate bars with no direction. And what is missing here throughout is like a strategic underpinning. Like, nothing makes sense because you literally gave people chocolate bars and said, shoot me a commercial for $10,000, and literally no one knew what to do. They were just like, okay, well, why don't we dress up? Why don't we go steal some chocolate for some... Let's do it. Let's get out there. Because that's what this is. You gave them some chocolate bars and you said, here's some money. Go have fun. And this is a couple of different versions of fun. And your fun and my fun and their fun don't always line up, but sometimes they kind of do. But none of these are ads. Yes, they are ads. You get what you pay for. That's the message here. You get what you pay for.
I don't know if these would convert to sales.
Fuck it. This makes no sense. Fuck it. This makes no sense. If you're trying to drive sales with these particular ads that you've made, fail. And if you're trying to drive sales with this construct of a video, the $1 versus $10,000 commercial, and you're asking people to get up off of their asses and go to Walmart, I'm just like, I think it's a double fail. I think it's a double fail. I think really, Mr. Beast, there's an association between your celebrity and this product. And people who want to like continue to support you and show their fandom of you are gonna go buy chocolate bars. That's literally it. There is no like deeper thing here. There's no like sophistication here. It's just like, I'm a celebrity and I made a chocolate bar and you're gonna go eat it.
Funny? So, if these commercials made you want to try Feastables, go to Walmart.
Go to Walmart. I don't know why.
Go give it a try and tell me what you think.
Do it or I won't like you.
We'll punch you.
Whatever, we're ending the video.
Okay, so we get to the end of the video and we realize that Mr. Beast himself doesn't have an advertising idea for this product. Like, you're not saying anything about it. This is the part that's like deeper and needs to be expressed so that I think you can understand what advertising is and how it works. If you see somebody eating a Feastables bar, what does it mean? Right? Like, you see somebody with a Nike swoosh on their shirt, it means that they're into sports, right? And so you can like open up a conversation with them about, oh, I'm into sports too. What sports are you into? If you see somebody eating a Mr. Beast bar, what does it mean? If you see them eating a Feastables bar, what does it mean? See, I even confused it then. I said Mr. Beast bar because Mr. Beast and Feastables are so interlinked that you can't really tear them apart. If you see somebody eating a Feastables bar, it literally means that they are a fan of Mr. Beast. There's no other meaning there. There's no like deeper connection that the audience is able to make because there isn't one. My instinct is to try to think of one in this moment so that you have something that you can hang your hat on. But also I'm a little like, do you need it? The Snickers bar is probably a good example. You're not you when you're hungry, because the Snickers bar has enough in it. It kind of gives you the energy to carry on, or it stops you from being a bitch on the playfield, you know? But what is a Feastable? What is it? Like, why did you make this chocolate bar? Why? Like, why a chocolate bar? Like, what's the purpose here? I'm really having to think about what is it that you want people to perceive about Feastables that they can't already get with another bar? That's the deeper question that you've got to ask. Because if you're just trying to leverage your celebrity, right? You're doing fine. You're doing fine. You're making a product and people who are your fans are going to go get your product and they're going to eat it. They're going to be happy that they're supporting your videos and they're continuing the content. It's kind of the soap opera model, to be honest with you. In the 1950s and 60s, women bought the soap that they liked the soap opera of because it was like, oh, well, I like this brand because I like the soap opera that they make, right? And this is the same thing. It's not like any more sophisticated, but eventually you're gonna want the brand to stand on its own and not just be reliant on Jimmy, probably, anyways. But maybe not. Maybe you just don't give a shit and you're just like, you know what? I can keep making this content and I can keep asking people to go to Walmart and people will continue to do it. So that's all the bars I ever need to sell because I want to support the channel. Fine, but you're never really going to take on Hershey's. You're never really going to take on the big brands. Maybe I'm actually in this moment discovering just how thin this influencer marketing set really is. Let me give you another example just so you kind of understand. Mint Mobile is fronted by Ryan Reynolds because he owns the company. But Mint Mobile delivers mobile phone experiences for less, right? There's a value message put in there. If you like Ryan Reynolds, great, but you're not going to get Mint Mobile because you like Ryan Reynolds. You are going to get Mint Mobile because it offers cheaper service than the other competitors, and you trust that it's going to be okay because Ryan Reynolds is fronting it. In the same way, Feastables could exist as an independent standalone company, but it's not going to so long as it doesn't have its own standalone proposition, its own standalone reason to buy it. Because right now it's merch. It's supporting your favorite YouTuber via the purchase of a chocolate bar, which again is incredibly sold at a standalone store. The truth is that Mr. Beast is so wildly popular. Feastables are probably going to be extremely successful even without this proper underpinning. The thing that in my mind I keep going back to is that one, feast like a beast, right? That's, at least you're saying something about the product that's meaningful for the audience, right? Oh, the Feastables bar is bigger, it's better. You can, it gives you the, at least you're saying something about it. Because right now it's, maybe you're happy with it just being merch. You get to make more content like this, and as your celebrity grows, so too will the chocolate bar. But you're missing something. That little piece that you're missing would define that product as a brand and allow it to stand on its own, going forward. Right now, the only people who would ever consider buying your bar are the people who watch your YouTube channel, which is in the hundreds of millions. So why do you care? But it could be everyone. So while there's a couple 100 million people who are watching your YouTube channel, the potential audience size for Feastables is anyone who eats chocolate. And unless you decouple it from your channel and give it its own life and its own meaning and its own reason, which you can still front. I'm not saying you shouldn't front it. You absolutely should. It should still be part of your thing. But unless you are able to separate it and make it stand on its own, it's just going to be, you might as well sell hoodies. There's no difference. I mean, there is a difference because there's a bigger market for chocolate bars than there are for hoodies. You might only buy one hoodie this year, but you could potentially buy a chocolate bar every day of the week. I'm just saying that there's a big market there, and you're probably not really thinking about it like a business. You're thinking about Mr. Beast as a business, and this is one of the merch offshoots. The more I talk about it, the more it makes sense to me. This is a merch offshoot of the Mr. Beast channel, and you're doing it for some reason unknown at Walmart, and the people who watch your channel are going to go buy it to show that they're fans. That's it. That's how simple this thing is. Stop trying to make more of it, Pete, because it doesn't have to be a national brand. It doesn't have to be a brand. It can just be this. I'm Pete Gosselin. This is Ad Famous. Not happy with this one. It's like a puzzle. It's like a riddle. It's like a mystery wrapped in an enigma, and now I feel like I need to figure it out. And the worst part is you're probably making money hand over fist, and you're just like, who cares, man? Why don't you get it? Why don't you just get with the times, man? Just like enjoy it. Woo. But no, I'm like, no, we should turn this into a brand, and we should make it stand on its own, and it should be its own standalone brand. That's what it should be. God, I've made this the world's longest video about a thing that doesn't matter because Jimmy Donaldson has hundreds of millions of subscribers and is probably selling hundreds of millions of bars because it's merch. Chill out. End it there. End it there. This is Ad Famous. I could do this. I could genuinely fix this. If you do, Jimmy, if you do. Okay, but if you look at it from the other perspective, you look at it from the other way around. Right now, Hershey's has to buy their way into everything. Hershey's has to buy its way into baseball games, into Saturday afternoon programming, it has to buy its way into all of those things. And people are genuinely watching Jimmy. They're watching Jimmy anyways. So Jimmy is his own brand. The Mr. Beast brand. Mr. Beast has merch, and that merch sells. And some of his merch is chocolate bars called Feastables. Yeah, but I don't know why I'm really stuck on this. Yeah, but Hershey's will be here forever. And Feastables will disappear the day that Mr. Beast stops making films. That's the difference. And you got this, man. You got a brand that could stand on its own forevermore. You got it. It's like right there. It's right there, but it's like you don't know what it is. Or maybe you do know what it is, and that was just a bit of fun. And slowly back away. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm Pete Gosselin. You work with Dan Mace. I mean, Dan is a legit advertising director. He knows what he's doing, right? He would make you a proper ad. Look at the stuff that he's made in his past. He knows what he's doing. But is anybody having these sorts of conversations with you about Feastables? Is anybody talking to you like an advertiser about how to make Feastables a brand? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it, frankly, because you're sitting on a thing that could be worth Hershey money, but you're treating it like it's a sweatshirt. Okay, I gotta end it there. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm simply making a video for my own good, and it has to end Here!